What's going on, ESGN Nation, and welcome back to another episode of DeMarcus King Road to the Show here on MLB The Show, as we're back here for some more action on the diamond here. And of course, the Oakland A's right now looking good and feeling pretty good right now, as currently right now a 5-game winning streak. And today's episode, we're back home for a nice little homestand that we got going for ourselves here. We got a 6-game homestand coming up. And we're looking for some home cooking, but also trying to continue on with this run that we're on right now. And of course, trying to hold off the Angels and Astros right now, who are both a game and a half behind us, as they're on a little bit of a winning streak of their own, as we're 6-4 in the last 10 games. You see the Angels getting red hot right now. They're 8-2 for them, and for the Astros, they're 6-4 as well. So as we take a look here, we're taking on the Cubbies here today. Cubbies are just a game back behind the Brew Crew, who right now currently lead it with a 43-35 record, and the Reds are right there with the Cubs. And the Cubs right now 3 of 7 of the last 10 games, and they would like to try to leapfrog over the Reds and try to take over the NL Central with this series here today. Right now they're on a 2-game losing streak, and of course like to try to rebound here quickly and try to get a win off of a division leader. So let's take a look here. You got some pretty good hitters right now. By the looks of this, I was looking at kind of the roster here, and I was kind of comparing it to the roster from when they won the World Series, and it's pretty similar with a lot of the guys on there. Still got a lot of those guys intact here, with obviously the exception of the first baseman, Rizzo. But yeah, Chris Bryant still here with them, playing very well. Has, of course, a potential there, and of course he can play first, third, and then the outfield positions as well. Who is right now hitting a 305 average right now with several 51 RBIs, a dozen or so home runs. Of course, Kyle Schwarber. He is definitely a guy that, if you guys didn't know any history about this channel, he is well, our St. Louis Cardinals series. He was a killer on us, but we'll see if we can kind of put a cap on him as well. As right now he's hitting 244. He's hitting pretty well there. 15 home runs, 35 RBIs, and 42 walks for the season. And of course, Jason Hayward, we've seen him quite a bit here in these Rosa shows. Right now, I believe we just recently just finished up an episode with Bolden, and we had to deal with Hayward there when he was playing for Colorado. But in this one, he's in Chicago here, and he's hitting 219 right now for his average for this season. Ian Happ, of course, a veteran and of course a staple of the Cubs for the last couple of seasons, both in this game and of course in real life. 5 home runs, 17 RBIs, and right now hitting at 228 there for him. So, you know, they got some pretty guys, decent guys hitting pretty decently here, not crazy. Addison Russell is another veteran here, another little corner piece for them. Of course, one of the big hitters in the World Series run there a couple years back in IRL. But yeah, here right now hitting with 9 home runs, 29 RBIs, and a 273 average. So this is a tough, lineup. They've been playing very, very well as of late, and of course their pitching's been doing superb as well. As you see, Jose Quintana and his numbers here: 15 games so far. He is 8-4 in 15 starts. And take a look here. He's given up 11 home runs, 33 walks, 92 strikeouts, and he's right now in ERA just under 3. Drew Smyly, another guy here that we have to watch out for as well. We'll see him, I believe, in Game 2 of this series. And there you see his numbers there. 93 1/3 innings of work for him. 8 home runs he's given up, 23 RBIs, 72 strikeouts, and a 4.73 average. We're going to try to see if we can jump on him pretty early there. And of course, just try to work the count, as DeMarcus is actually pretty good at doing here in this series. He's pretty patient, pretty calm, and we'll see if that will continue on with him. And of course, Shockley there, one of their pickups they had over the previous off season. he comes in with an 84 overall with the potential. So we'll see him possibly in game 3. Of course, all of those possible starters could change based on these games and how well they do or how bad they do. But we'll see. Of course, so Jose Quintana coming up next first. As you see King there right now leading in the American League with the average. So we'll see what he can do here in this 2-1 pitch. And he's going to take this one here far left field. But that is just going to be an easy routine pop-up over there. And, of course, King will have to go back to the dugout there. So, 2-1 count. You're going to get something decent there. You're ahead of the count. They're going to try to, try to get some kind of pitch there to get you in a play. So now, here we are now, bottom of the third. And, fortunately, DeMarcus, popped that one right up there. As I believe that was right on his near his hands there. And that's going to leave 2 stranded. So the bottom of the 5th here coming up with 2 out. 1 runner on board. He's at third base. So we're looking to see if we can go for something here on this 1-2 count. And that's going to be just some house cleaning there as they throw him out there at first. As Jose's been doing a pretty good job here against DeMarcus down these at-bats here. Kind of keeping them quiet and not letting them do too much. And Cubbies right now lead it 4-2. So now we go to the bottom of the 7th with a still 4-2 ball game here. Cubbies lead this here in Oakland. As this one's going to be dropped in there. And, we're going to finally get a base hit. Maybe a 2. As a run could possibly come in here. And now DeMarcus is going to get held up and go back to, he's thinking about going back there. As he was actually thinking about going into third. But the coach yelled at him like, no, go back. So he does not get tagged out, but he does get an RBI double there for himself. As you see him in this replay, running around here, around the diamond, and almost blowing off the call there from the third base coach there. So now we see here, Lariano not up to bat here against Pedro Strop. And we'll see this one here high and deep. This is going to go out to left center field. And this should be the final out of the inning. As only 1 run will come across in the inning here in this bottom half for the Athletics here. As it's 4-3 in today's matchup here. And we'll see that Chicago will put a good whooping stick on us in the top half of the 5th there. They end up making a solid win here. They win this one by 5. 9-4 is your final in game 1 of this 3-game set. So we'll go back out here once again. And now we'll take on Drew Smyly here today in his matchup. Remember, Drew Smyly pitching his ERA is around about a little over 4.5. So we'll try to see if we can try to take advantage here. And get DeMarcus' bat rattling here. Been kind of quiet in this series so far, as we gotta look for a spark here, and so we're gonna go ahead and go for that contact swing to try to see if we can get a hit. So just try to get something going here. Just kind of start off quietly, get on board, and see what we can do. As he pops this one over there, that's gonna be a nice drop there for a single there out on the left, as he does complete the challenge. So great job there from DeMarcus. As you see there, hits leaders right now in the American League with 146. Having a pretty good season there in that category as well. As he continues showing off the power that he has with his bat. He's not really supposed to be designed for that way, but so far he's been doing great with it. So here, I think that's one of the kind of the benefits here for Oakland with that wide and deep outfield here. He's pretty good at getting doubles and sometimes even triples. So now 3-1 count here for Lariano. As we'll see here, this one's going to get popped, and nope, it's going to be a foul ball. So now 3-2 still. Lariano hitting a 249 for the season. And he is going to be, of course, King there playing a little chicken there with Smyly. And Smyly, well, he flinches and throws another ball there. So walks Lariano, as now Adam Duvall will be up next here with 2 on and only 1 out. So we'll see what the big man can do with 272 average right now. Last 8 games, there you see his numbers, and not hitting too well here. So you know, a little base hit, RBI, and of course, you know, or maybe even something bigger here. But let's just see what we can do here as he has a 2-2 count. And the pitch here, we'll see here, he'll pop this one back, and that'll be a foul ball, foul tip, as it's still a 2-2 count. Beautiful day here in Oakland, as fans are, of course, still filing into the ballpark here. Of course, in real life, they just recently showed the rendered of the new ballpark there in Vegas, and it looks really nice. It looks really, really nice. Of course, I was just out in Vegas just a couple of weeks ago. I went there for the AEW pay-per-view, Double or Nothing, with some friends, and it was a great time. Loved it, enjoyed it. Of course, I posted some pictures there on my on my Twitter, and got to meet Matt Hardy for the first time ever. That was pretty cool. We love Matt Hardy, love Broken Hardy. Really cool guy. He was really, you know, went up to him, asked him for an autograph, and he was really, you know, cool about it. So that was awesome. But we'll see here, DeMarcus, get back to the game here. We'll see him getting told that he's going to be walked. So he's going to go ahead and take a base there, as the base is now loaded. 2-0 here as we lead us here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 out. And DeMarcus going to see if he can keep this inning alive. As Drew Smyly still out there, now throwing his 80th pitch, and that's going to be a chopper up the middle there. Shortstop should make an easy play there. No problem getting to that one. And that, of course, will retire the side. So, you know, DeMarcus, you know, he's got a hit so far in this game. But, you know, we're just trying to, you know, just pad the lead right now we have as we're getting out to the bottom, or getting late in the ball game here. We'll see some defensive play here from him. We don't see it too often here in this series, but when it does, it usually has to be pretty good. As this one's going to be a dribbler there to this third baseman, now trying to turn for 2, and he get this one no problem. Nice double play, and of course that helps his relationship with his team. As Nunez, both of his hands. Oh yeah, that's gonna be rough. Oh, I think he might have broken his hands there. That's tough. And he's our third baseman there. He might have stepped on his hand there. I don't know what the deal was, but Simmons will have to come into play. So our third baseman's hurt. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. Go to the bottom half of the 8th here with 1 on and 2 away. And DeMarcus looking for a pitch here. And this one, he's going to get underneath this one. And he gets underneath it just a little too much, as that one floats out there. Just enough there for the left fielder to get it to it for the out. As we take a look here and see. And yeah, we're able to get this win here today, as we win this one 2-0. DeMarcus King goes for 1 for 3 in the ball game with a walk. So not what I'm sure he was looking for here today, but hey, we got a base hit. So far we got 2 hits out of 7 at bats here in this one. So yeah, not a great going here right now in the series here as we get to game 3 here today. But we can turn things around, and all we need to do is just kind of just focus a little bit more here at the bat, or at the plate here. As we see Chris Bryant now coming up the bat there. You see his numbers so far in the last couple of games he's been involved. So now 2 on, nobody out, looking for a double play here. And of course, Chris Bryant, he's a speedy guy, so we got to make it quick here. As we see this one, we see 1, turns to 2, and that's a nice play there. Nice 6-4-3 double play. So good, decent hustle there from Chris Bryant, but just not quick enough there for him to, avoid the double play. Now we go to the bottom of the 2nd here, so we'll go to see our first at bat here in Game 3 of this series. As of course, DeMarcus King has a modest 8-game hitting streak going on for himself, so we'll see if we can keep that alive. Try to get to 9. And of course, remember last season he had that. I think it was last season. I think it was, or maybe it was this season. I think one of the two. We finally broke the hitting streak there. I think he has he broke it by 5 finally. So I think it's around 75 75, or no, it's either 70, 71, 72 hits in a row. So, yeah, that's a big accomplishment. That's hard to do. I don't care what level you play it on. Of course, we're playing on All-Star here, and it's tough. No matter what, even on easy or rookie, it's tough trying to get that many hits, that many times in a row. It was a tough go for us for there, but he did break it. So that's part of now the lore here, at least in this one. And of course, he's had the season home run record for the most part here, and we'll see if he can. Now we're trying. My next accomplishment now is try to beat the Ricky Henderson stolen base record, especially if we're I want to do it while we're here in Oakland. So maybe they can rename the field after us. I don't know, maybe. But as you see there, they're trying to, DeMarcus trying to test the waters here with the pitcher. And so far here, Shockley is kind of getting, letting DeMarcus live rent-free in his head. And you see 3-1 count now here for Lariano. So now Lariano has a hitter's count here. A green light here for pretty much for DeMarcus King in this situation now with nobody out. And him being on first, and we'll see here. They're going to go ahead and walk Lariano as he will take a base there. So, yeah, Shockley, yeah, buddy, we're in your head now here. So now he's got to deal with Jonathan LaCroix as the catcher will now come up to bat here. Hitting 304 for the season. We'll see. Oh, they're going to try to get us off at second, but no, we're too smart there as we do avoid the tag. So now we'll see a 1-1 count and the pitch. And no, it's not going to be a 2-1. So I think Shockley, he's just thinking too much of King maybe possibly still here. Now, King can run the bags. But, he's known to be, get caught still on the base here. As you see here, this is going to get popped up to left. And nope, we're not going to tag up as we're going to be smart here and stay there. Of course, we would have got a gun down even if we did take off. As Schwarber makes a nice catch there and left. So now Adam Duvall will be up next here. And there you see righties and lefties. Looks like he's having more success with the righties here this season. 1-1 count here for Duvall. As that gets popped away, and that's going to be a foul ball. Making it now 2-1. So now a pitcher's count here. Duvall's going to, of course, have to play some defense here. And, of course, helping him out here is DeMarcus King as he slides back to second, and he's to be called safe. And every time I see this happen in the game, it reminds me of Rookie of the Year. Of course, I would always refer to that here in this anytime I'm playing baseball games, because by far that's one of my favorite movies as a kid growing up. But it reminds me, him talking, getting in the head of the pitcher. I know personally here, I used to do that quite often myself, getting the head of the pitcher and just getting him to overthink things, overthink pitches, and just give up, have him more worried about me than he should be, than what his actual job is, was his, getting the pitcher out or getting the batter out there. So, there was a couple of times where you see, nice base hit. This one could come in for a score as DeMarcus King is going to get in there. He's going to get there safe. Nice job as they take the 1-run lead here in the bottom of the second. As Adam Duvall does a great job there. But what I was saying is, that whole scene where he's going pitcher's got a big butt. I'm probably like every kid in America that watched that movie during that time when it first came out, and that summer they played baseball. Yeah, that was me. Most definitely was me. As we see King there. Pops out to deep right center field, but that was definitely me. No doubt about it. I was really ornery then, especially when I was playing baseball. And I would definitely just make the pitchers and stuff like that get upset so easy. I would just we had a little chance and stuff like that, just like most teams do, and it was just hilarious and funny, and our parents were like, oh my god, our kids are just like, where do they come up with this stuff? But yeah, I was definitely one of those kids there. You see DeMarcus gets a nice base hit, on board with nobody out. So now Larry Arnold coming up next here, and we'll see if DeMarcus will again, of course, get in the head of the pitcher here, as we see Strop will be the pitcher here in the middle innings, as we'll see a pitch there. And nope, no tag, or try to get a tag there, but no, not going to be out, so he's going to be safe there. Larry Arnold now 0 for 1, and again, making a check at first, making sure that King stays where he's at. I guess Strope's kind of nervous here. You know, King, I mean, there's times where he's pretty accurate about his, stealing bases here. But as of lately here, he hasn't been doing too well with that. And I'm sure, if we stole any more here, of course, we've seen it before here. I think even in this series, the coaches were like, hey, I didn't give you the green light to steal. We're going to set you out for a couple of games. And I don't want that to happen for DeMarcus here. So bottom of the 6th, we'll see with the full count now coming up. He's going to go ahead and take off. He's going to run this one there, and that's going to be a foul ball, and that it's going to be out of play, as they're not even going to try to attempt to go after that one. So now full count now coming up here for LaCroix. As we'll see here, that one's going to get popped up. That should be an easy play there for the shortstop, and that's now 2 away here on the Angels. So the the A's. So the A's really need to turn things around here if they want this runner, and of course put another run on the board here, and of course put DeMarcus in play. But I think we would have got the call by now by the manager, like, hey, go ahead and run. But we haven't got that yet. We're not going to, and the timing just seems like it has not been too good here. Trying to read the body language of the pitcher here, and so far just can't get a good read on him. 2-1 count now for Adam Duvall, as he'll take a pitch there, and that's going to be ball number 3. So now hitters count coming up here. 3-1 count, 2 out, 1 on. We'll see what DeMarcus can do, and DeMarcus going to go ahead and take off here. He's going to try to steal this base here, and he's going to be taken out there. And that's what I'm talking about. Just did not get the body, just could not read the pitcher very well on that pitch, and just not to mention a bad jump, as base running aggressiveness needs to probably still continue going up. So that's something we'll definitely have to try to work on here with DeMarcus, as he's now 2 for 2. It's now 3-0 here in the bottom half of the 8th with 1 out. We'll see what he can do. This pitch here, this is going to go, unfortunately, that's going to go right up there for the catcher, as he has no problem picking that one up. Just taking that one out of the sky, and that's going to retire the side. So Liam Hendricks gets lucky there on that bat, as he is able to take out DeMarcus with just 1 pitch. Final score, 3-0. Oakland wins this one, and Oakland wins the series 2-1, as they win the final 2 games of this 3-game set. And pretty successful there against the last 2 pitchers, especially Smyly there in Game 2. So now as we make our continue our homestead here, we take a look here at Houston. Of course, Houston, we've had a history with Houston here in this series. They knocked us out of the American League Championship Series last season, and we're trying to keep ourselves above 500. And so far, we've been doing pretty well with that, with a 58-32 record. Astros, on the other hand, they've been trying to get things going for themselves, but right now they're in a little bit of a rut with a 2-game losing streak. Of course, they're currently right now 3rd place in the division with a 49-36 record. Like I said, 2.5 games back of us. And they've won 6 of the last 10 games for themselves. And, of course, they're projected to be number 1 in the MLB rankings. Of course, they got their solid core players there. Tuve, Bergman, Correa, Trey Mancini, Tyler White, AJ Reed, Rafael Diaz. So a lot of the players they have currently, especially in the year this game came out, they still got that same core of players. They're working, playing for them, and still got a potential championship team. Especially a pitcher like this man right here, Dallas Keuchel, who currently 4-4 for the season, has now thrown for over 114 innings, 78 strikeouts, and a 3.71 ERA. Looking pretty good there so far this season. Of course, Eli Heintz there as well, your day 3 starter, as he's 9-3 for the season. We'll see him possibly in Game 3 of this series with a 3 ERA, 124 strikeouts for him. And of course, Lance McCullers Jr., 10-1. So all three of these guys have a winning record. So it's going to be a tough break or a tough go for us here in this series. But nonetheless, we're at home, so we have the home field advantage here. Hopefully the crowd can get behind us and kind of, you know, send some of that good positive energy and try to get a win here. And dare I say, try to get a sweep out of this series? I hope so. It'd be nice, but we'll see how things go as we get to the first game of this series. So for game 1 of the series, we'll see there. You see 9-game hitting streak, 52 home runs, and 100 and some I think over 130 RBIs for King. So we'll see if we can get a spark going here as we lead off the bottom of the second here. We'll, of course, got that challenge there. We'll see if we can be successful in this one here. And this one's going to be a pop up here. This is going to go deep, and unfortunately, that is not going to help us out here. So I believe we got to try to get a hit on solid contact. Yeah. So could not make solid contact for a hit, and that's going to be the first out of the inning. Of course, the first challenge here in this game. Bottom of the fourth now, 2 out, and again in trouble as we pop this one there. This time to the left fielder. So at least we're being kind and nice to the fielders out here. We're just getting them some exercise here. You know, we've seen that they're maybe got a little rundown. You know, maybe they need a spark of energy. Bottom of the seventh here, we'll see what we can do. And again, we get this one here, and we do not get a good piece of it. This one sails even deeper, and that is going to be another out as the left fielder again tracks this one down, as we're currently down by 4 runs. Now down by a run here. We'll see what we can do here with 2 away. And King gets a hold of this one here high and deep. It comes off the bat pretty good, but unfortunately, it's going to stay in the ballpark. And it's going to be an easy out there as Houston has pretty much put the clamps down on King here today. And he's at bats as we took a leg here and see that we do end the game here. We end up in our hitting streak here at 9 games as we go 0 for 4 in this one. And we lose this one. Actually, I apologize. We win this one 7-6. Jeez, I don't know how to read. So we go back out here to the Coliseum again for the second game of the series. And hopefully we'll have a better showing coming out here tonight as we're taking on Heintz here in this one. And of course, he has a nice record right here. He's won, I believe, 10 games and only lost 1. So we'll have to try to see if we can saw him off here and kind of get him back to reality here, as he has been pitching very well. So you see, of course, I believe he's leading the AL right now in home runs with 52. Bottom of the first, down by a run, 2 out. And this one here, and this is going to be a nice hit. I really thought the shortstop was not going to get there, but he does. And it does not drop down as we end up losing or giving up an out, the final out of the inning. Bottom of the third, we'll see DeMarcus King gets inside this one there, and he gets a little too far inside that pitch. As that one's just going to pop up again to the shortstop, who hustles on that one. And that ends the inning. So now down by 3 still. 2 away, nobody on here. 1-1 count for DeMarcus as he pops this one here. And that's going to flare out to shallow right field. And the right fielder trying to make a catch, but he's going to drop this one. And that will be considered a base hit as DeMarcus King gets on board. So he's got on board here late in the ball game here, and hopefully maybe this will be a start of something for this club, and maybe turn this ball game around here in the bottom half of the 6th with 2 away. So let's see if we can get something going. See if we can. This is the ignitement that they need. We'll see this one get hit there. That was going to go drop, and unfortunately, that is going to retire the side as they do get the hitter there out at first on that routine play. Let's go down to the bottom half of the 8th as we're, of course, have 1 run on the board here, but we're down still by 4 this time. King has nobody on board here, but 2 away. And he is going to take the first pitch here, and that's just going to drop, and it quickly gets taken away there. That base hit, maybe even a double, gets erased there pretty quick there as the right fielder tracks this one down and gets the ball. Final score there in this one, 5-2 in game 2. as Jose Altuve and company celebrate on the field here with a victory here against a divisional rival. Okay, so we've now this series is now tied up a game apiece. In the final game coming up, we'll have to see what we can do, and hopefully we can turn things around here pretty quickly for King, but most importantly for us, because right now we have a thin margin of error right now. I think we got a half a game lead over him right now with this loss. So that's gonna really change things up. If they happen to get a win over us, they're gonna leapfrog over us and take the division. Of course, we don't want that to happen right now. So we'll go to the final game here. We'll see that we're in the bottom of the 10th with 2 away. DeMarcus King's going to be up to bat here. This is, I believe, his day off, but he's going to be called up here now as it gets tied up 2 apiece. And Simmons, of course, on third base. And, of course, so you see King getting maybe some last-minute advice here from some teammates. We'll see what he can do here with the pitch here. He'll take his first pitch. That's going to be a changeup. Low on that one in the zone. Alvarez, of course, out here trying to make sure he can hold this game, at least where the score's at for the time being, so these guys can come up to bat in the top half of the 11th. King goes after another pitch here. That's a 2-seamer, low and out of the zone. Makes now 0-2. So now gotta definitely tighten up here. Watch your swing. Watch the pitch. See what we can do here is he pops this one up there, and that's gonna be another pop-up foul tip, and that's gonna be still an 0-2 count. King here, of course, he's been in these situations before now. See what he can do here. He's going to take that pitch. Good eye on him. As it's now going to be 1-2. Alvarez probably getting a little nervous here to go for the next pitch. And he's going to, again, throw this one out the side of the zone. And King does not go chasing there. And this is now a 2-2. So King's did a great job here now, even out the count. We'll see if he can get a pitch here this time. See the next pitch here, and King again tips this one off the bats, and that's going to be a change up there low and away, as it's still now 2-2. So still a 2-2 count here, still pretty much a hitter's count. We'll see what we can do. As King here hits this one here high and deep over the left field, that one's going to go drop down. Runner from second is going to come around to score, and that is going to be the ball game as DeMarcus King hits the game-winning hit here in the bottom half of the 10th. And they win this one 3-2. Great job there for DeMarcus King as the boys there smother him with love there. And, of course, helping out, getting that big at-bat here to get the big win here. And, of course, take the series 2 games to 1 as that one drops off near the 330 sign out there and the left. So, great hustle there from the runner at second. And even a bigger hit there from DeMarcus King. We'll see who the player of the game is. You would think it would be DeMarcus King because he got the game-winning hit, but okay, they're going to go after somebody else here. And we'll see who the player of the game is. It's going to be Diaz as they throw the Gatorade on him. I love this these post-game. I love them. I love the post-game celebrations here. As DeMarcus King, go ahead and there you see, he don't get the love, but he does. Well, he gets the love, but he doesn't get the the recognition for the win. But nonetheless, here he does help his team out, and they get the win there. 3-2 is your final score. DeMarcus King getting the winning hit and able to drive that runner in with that one RBI. So as you take a look here, as they see the Angels. Wow, the Angels lost 2 straight. Jeez. And now they're back 2 games of us. So we got a little bit of breathing room before, even especially now that before this series started, because it was getting a little thick in here. The air was getting a little thin. So we got a little breathing room here, and we'll see if we can continue this. Let's try to get a winning streak going on, really, as we're currently 8th in the power rankings. So coming up in the next episode, you guys, in episode 119, we'll have a series here against looks like we're going to be on the road, and we're going to be taking on the Padres, and I believe we're also going to be taking on the Mariners as well. So we got I think it's a road trip we're going to be on. So we're going to be on West Coast road trip. We're going to head down to Southern California, take on the Padres for 3. And then we head back up to the Pacific Northwest, and we take on those darn Mariners, who gave us trouble as well last season in this series here. So, of course, we've seen the Mariners just back a couple episodes ago when we played against them. And now we'll see them again. We'll see these divisional teams play a lot, especially late here as we're getting close to the All-Star break. And really, especially when we get into the dog days of the season there in August and September. So a lot of those players we'll see, majority of those episodes you'll see here in the near future will probably be those games. And of course, we have to just go out there and just do our best what we can there. But that's it for this episode. If you guys did enjoy today's episode of Road to the Show with DeMarcus King, hit that like button. Not to mention, don't forget to subscribe if you happen to be new, and hit that bell notification so you guys be notified of this series or any other series here on the channel. Of course, check out other Road to Show characters as well. And of course, don't forget to check out our second channel. We do have a second channel. It's ESGNet Plus LP. Go check it out as well. We got our nice Road to Show series with Alex Umberto. And of course, we'll have a new one coming up here very soon with a new character. Matter of fact, he's I will say he's closely related to DeMarcus. We'll have a Road to Show there on MLB 23 over there on the second channel. But that's it for me, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. And of course, follow us on social media and check us out over on Twitch, as we do live stream over there from time to time at twitch.tv/ESGNet. That's it for me, you guys. Have a great day. Stay safe. As always, keep yourself each other healthy. I will see you all next time.